EDM is finally dying from what I've read. A lot of magazines and articles have been talking about that. Um, when we say EDM, we mean like festival house and the anthemy kind of stuff that all the DJs play at Ultra and EDC. Not necessarily EDM, the actual genre, which we used to call what was EDM? It was a little bit more like breakbeats back in the day, right? It was like
Um,
Chemical Brothers were considered EDM back then, and
yeah, and like they didn't really know what to call all this stuff back in the day, so they just kind of like they didn't have like progressive house and they didn't have like well, well, I don't know if trance is like around there. They were still kind of like trying to figure that out. EDM was just like a blanket term back then, but like now it became like we're kind of like beating a horse to death right now. But
right,
like
right.
yeah, it's like this electro like ish kind of like this sound that like that kind of blew up when this festival thing happened.
You know who's to blame for that?
Is it Electric Daisy?
Swedish House Mafia. They were the
Oh,
ones that
really?
pioneered the whole festival house style, and
Oh,
then
wow.
everybody started jumping in on that, and because it was such a
Yeah,
good
it's partly
formula.
marketing too.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's like the way you market it to the masses. Like it's very effective. Like obviously, like it kind of blew up hardcore. But it like that festival style of like partying. I think it. I don't know how long they've been doing that, but like if you think of Electric Daisy was going on for a while, and then like Winter Music Conference was going on for a while. Ibiza every year is just like, that's like the style they do. It's
hmm
not outdoors or anything, but like even like the origins of like of just like raves in general, it was like outdoors at like this is at the beginning too. This is like in the 60s or something, and like even before that, like they had stuff going on like this, but like as far as it dying, I don't think anything lasts forever. Like even the whole, in 2000 we thought we were gonna rave forever, but
right, right.
yeah. Yeah, that didn't happen. So like I'm kind of eager to see what happens after this. Yeah, the sound always changes. Like they keep pushing it. I don't know about like I think Labat Luke just kind of like coined the term like future house.
Oh,
Uh
that was him that came up with that.
yeah, like there's something that came out where he's like, "Oh yeah, this is future house," and like I I don't know how far that's gonna go. We'll see where it goes. Like it's always gonna be changing, but for as much as that's changing, there's a lot of things that don't change. Like some genres are always just gonna be forever cool.
Right,
Like
right.
deep house, that's always gonna be
Well,
cool.
no, funny you say that. Deep house. Deep house now is considered way different than what the kind of deep house we used to listen to.
That's
And you know
that's
whose
true.
fault that is? Is Tiesto. Because he had a radio show where he said, "Oh, this is my deep house mix," but the deep house he was playing was tech house and
All right.
techno. It wasn't deep house like the old school Cascade. So
Yeah, like so like deep house as we know it as like, like the real deep house is like it's actually like it's like if you were to make house music with like live instruments and live vocals and all of that, like you can play it with a band like playing. That is what real house is. And like all this other the tech, techno like influences and stuff like that, there's like synths involved, like it's synthesized music. That's what it makes. That's where the separation happens, I think. Like but it's not really slowing down. It's actually kind of like there's this halo effect with the whole EDM thing. Like a lot of like younger kids are like finding the older stuff and like they want to dig in and like and check this out. So it's really, it's like a different energy pretty much. It's way more intimate than like what a festival can bring. Like you can't do a deep house event at a huge stadium. Like it wouldn't work. Like it only happens it like properly in like like a smaller venue. We'll say like 100 people, 200 people, something like that. That you feel that connection with people, and that's what it does. But like like even other genres will do that too. Like certain kinds of like drum and bass and like I don't know if happy hardcore is still going on, but like
kind of,
that's
sort of.
yeah, like the little pockets. That's the thing. It's like very, very small, very hardcore audiences will go to these like, different kind of like genre parties. So that's I don't know. We'll see where EDM goes. I'm looking forward to it actually.
Seems like well, not EDM per se, but I think trap and tropical house are becoming the next EDM style. It's becoming really
So
popular.
so I hear tropical house being thrown around, but I'm not sure like what kind of sound or like what elements it kind of like utilizes to become tropical house.
Do you know that song? It's like a remix of the Michael Jackson ABC song that they always play on the radio. It's like
Um,
ABC one, two.
yep, I know that song.
That's tropical house. That has like that ding 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 kind of a tropical, steel drum kind of thing going on in the background.
Oh, so there's like island instruments kind of
Right,
like
like a
just
Caribbean style sounding. I think
okay.
that's from my understanding at least.
Okay, yeah, hopefully I can dig into that. Like let's see if we can unpack that like later on, like on a future like we'll go back to that one.
Right, when
But
it,
yeah.
we'll go back in a future episode. We'll talk about it again.